Getting ready for the trip. Hey, Grant.
How you doing?
Hey,
Some of you guys back there can move over to the middle. I'd appreciate it. Woo-wee! Go for it, go! All right! Okay, we've got a number of things to do. I want to welcome everybody who's here. I'm glad everybody was healthy and anticipatory of the day's event. Oh, there's one. We've got a number of things to think about. First of all, as is a common topic on this senior trip, we are a big group. And whenever you try to move a group of 150, 60, 70 people around at once to do things, there's certain things we have to remember. It's in order to get things done efficiently, it's just helpful if we think about this as a group effort. For instance, today, when we leave this dining hall, we need to straighten all these chairs up because immediately after we leave, everybody else is going to be coming in for lunch. And I don't want to leave this messy. The dining hall people are nice enough to let us use this, and so I want to return the favor by leaving it neat. So as you leave, please push the chairs under the table and remove any cups or glasses or anything else that you might have brought in with you. Before I talk some more about the senior trip, I want to talk about just some details that we need to take care of, that you need to think about this morning. First of all, any of you, and you'll have time to do this, so don't panic. We've got plenty of time. There's no rush. If any of you have parked your car up here on top of the hill, after this meeting, you need to go get it, take it down to the senior parking lot, and leave it there, okay? You can't leave your car up here. There's too much stuff going on up here, and your car is just in the way. So if you would, just take care of that. Don't worry, we've got plenty of time. We won't be leaving immediately after this meeting because we have some other things to do. I want you to think about what's in your backpack, okay? We will be driving up to the Chattooga River, to the parking lot at the Highway 76 bridge. It's the beginning of the Section 4 line of the river, the end of Section 3. You'll get your first view of the river at that point. But that is where we will be meeting up with the Wolf Creek staff. Your groups will be meeting your guide. You'll be checking out your packs. Some of you will need to get backpacks. Some of you will need to get sleeping bags. We'll have those there ready for you, and we'll try to do that in an orderly way. We'll just take your name, those of you who are renting one of those, and you'll be charged for that. So you won't need any money or anything like that. But when we get up there, there won't be a lot of time to repack everything if you've forgotten something. All of the gear that you put on the truck will remain on the truck. And the backpacks you'll be taking with you, and I'm going to explain more about how we're going to do that in a second. But you need to think about what's in that backpack. There's some essential things you need to have. And after this meeting, if those things aren't in your backpack, you can go find it, stick it in your backpack, make sure you have those things. Cup, bowl, and spoon. Okay? If you want to eat with your hands off the ground, that's fine, but you will need a cup, bowl, and spoon. Okay? If you've forgotten to pack that, you'll have time to put that in your backpack afterwards. A water bottle. Flashlight. Rain gear. Make sure you have rain gear. They had a lot of rain yesterday up there. It might rain tonight, who knows? It would be nice to have some rain gear in your backpack. Make sure you bring some warm clothing, polypropylene long underwear, some wool. Throw that in your backpack because it's going to be cool tonight. Make sure you got it in there. Let's see. You only need one pair of shoes. You don't need to take both pairs of shoes in your backpack. When you get up there, you're going to be putting in your backpack also food for the group, cooking utensils, tarps that you'll be sleeping under. So if you've got more than you need in your backpack, take it out, put it with your other gear, because remember you'll have other things to put in your backpack once you get up there. Any questions about that? Yes?
How many changes of clothes should we have in our backpack?
Excuse me?
How many changes of clothes?
You really don't need to change. You'll arrive up there 3:30, 4. You'll hike some this afternoon. You'll sleep out tonight, and you'll be hiking tomorrow. We'll pick you up around 3 or 4. So you really don't need a change of clothes. You might take an extra t-shirt if you want to, but as long as you've got some warm clothing with you and your rain gear, you should be fine. You might bring an extra pair of socks in case you do some creek walking or something and would like to put on a dry pair of socks. You don't need a whole lot. Any more questions about that? Let me talk a little bit about transportation, how we're going to load all of our gear and get in our vans, and how this is going to work. As I said, it's tough moving 140 people with gear to a certain spot efficiently. This is how I want this to work. When we divide you up into groups, your faculty member with your group will be given an envelope. And on that envelope will be your color, the color of your t-shirt, and also the vehicle that you're driving in. We've got 5 vans and 3 buses that you'll be riding in.
He's got this thing oiled and ready to roll, and I think we better give him the first of our things. Wait. Give me an M. Yeah. Give me an M. Yeah. Give me an M. Yeah. Give me an M. Might help.
Because you don't know what it's like going through life being known as bored. It does things to your psyche, your hopefulness. Coach is right, you do have possibilities, and as I said, some of you have already shown me that. As Chris told a lot of you in your English classes, the senior trip is a fragile thing. As he said, most adults don't understand this sort of thing. If something were to go wrong on the trip, they would say, well, it proves our point, it's frivolous, and there's not much to this, you should be taking final exams. Well, we just have a different philosophy here at school about that. We think this is very important. We think this is a time when a lot of you have been friends for years, can say thanks to one another, can have a good time together, can think about your years together, and also think about this next year coming up in this summer. There's a great spirit on the trip. It's a spirit of unity, of community, that for many, many years has been something that's kept many of us teachers going. It's a very hopeful, good, positive thing, but it is a fragile thing. I want you to think about that in the decisions that you make during this next week about what you do and what you say to each other and your spirit of participation in events. So I just want you to think about the importance of the spirit of this thing. It's something we at Baylor want to preserve. We think it's very important. And you can ask alums who have been on the trip, they want it to continue also. So I appreciate your mindfulness about the spirit of this trip. As I said, people have been helping out all along. One of the things I want to give you right now is something that Julianne Walden and others, and Lucy Coella, have put together as a gift for you. And I'll ask Julianne, Lucy, to come help me pass these out. Actually, we may need 3 or 4 people to help out. Julianne has designed and put together a journal for each of you. It has Baylor Walkabout on the outside, 1992. On the inside, it has a number of wonderful quotes, a list of the staff on the senior trip, and pages for you to write thoughts, experiences that you had during the week. This is, of course, totally optional, but again, I think it's evident of some of the spirit that's already been generated by some people in this group. It took Julianne a long time to put this together. It's not something that I asked her to do, it's something she came to me wanting to do. And did it completely on her own. So I just want to give her some thanks. I'd like to give her some thanks and remind you that this is an effort that she has done for you. And so I hope that you will look at this book as something done in that spirit. We do have pencils and pens that you can pick up on the way out if you'd like to. Will I get Larry? I think it's about time we divide these people up into groups. Yeah. You guys have some shirts? Yeah. No. You don't need any cash. Please listen up. These shirts are large, extra large. We're just going to toss you a shirt as we call your name. If you want a different size, or your group is going to have to get together and exchange and size these things up yourselves. We don't have time to check your size and everything. Please remember whose group you're in, and also try to notice who your faculty person is. And that faculty person will tell you what band you're on. Before I launch into that, I'd like to say one last thing. Every day on the trip, to start off the day, we have a reading in the morning. And many of these readings are readings that Cushman has put together over the years, but they're readings that we've all shared over the years. All the alums who have been on the trip have heard these readings, and they reflect, again, the spirit of the trip and what we're all about. So before I launch into the groups and handing out T-shirts, I just want to read one thing. It's an old senior trip standby, written by Albert Einstein, and I think it's a very fitting way to begin this whole process. It begins. Strange is our situation here upon earth. Each of us comes for a short visit, not knowing why, yet sometimes seeming to divine a purpose. From the standpoint of daily life, however, there is one thing we do know. That human beings, are here for the sake of other people. For the countless unknown souls with whose fate we are connected by a bond of sympathy. Many times a day, I realize how much my own outer and inner life is built upon the labors of my fellow human beings, both living and dead, and how earnestly I must exert myself in order to give in return as much as I have received and still receive. Okay, what group do we have first? The orange group? Yes. Dr. McBride. Colin Bishop. Greg Coleman. Y'all come up and get your shirt. Grab your lunch as you go out. Check your backpacks. Brian Dillard. Alexander Fritz. Frank Harris. John Berman. Charles Mayfield. Trey Norris. Wes Robbins. Peter Stebbins. William Montgomery. Y'all get your shirts and head on out. The white group. I think it was Mr. Clark and later Mr. Murdoch. Yeah. Fish just brought up a good point. It would be good if you left here in your hiking clothes. Okay? You won't have much time to change when you get up there, so go ahead and change into those right now. All right, the white group, Terry Brooks, Chris Cutback, Robin Fangio, Joe Gifford, Brent Henry, David Ledger, John Middleton, Brian Patton, Stephen Rucker, Dan Emmett, Josh Elder. The green group. Mean green group. Ms. Carmichael and Ms. Allen. Ms. Allen will be coming in the second half. Tracy Gardner, Joy Birch, Jennifer Davis, Meryl Folks, Sharon Hartley, Lee Johnson, Devin Handler, Casey Rising, Mary Margaret Thomas, Lynn Watson, Laura Woolsey. Green group. The Navy group. The Navy group is Ms. Ratliff, and in the second half of the trip, Ms. Kathy Roberts, Catherine Barnes, Kristen Breimer, Nikki Cupp, Vanessa Eston, Emily Hansard, Mally James, Jenny O, Tressa Reeves, Laurie Speed, Andrea Warren, and Chambers Wright. The blue group, Mr. Perry Key. Penn Davis, Lawson Craig, Nick Zobach, Jason Gadd, Brian Finnison, Tanner Jacobs, David McBride, Jerry Harwood, John Rowland, Jeff Perumians, and Jay Wood. All right, this is the medium gray group. 3 shades of gray. Light, medium, and dark. This is Ms. Lucas, along with Ms. Etter, who will be coming later.
Sure.
Okay, the red group. Mr. Reedville, Mr. Stover, we have this group. Big red group. Reedville will be on the first half, and Mr. Stover will be on the second half. Billy Pullen, Will Humphrey, Brent Davis, Scott Fouts, Jonathan Guthrie, Comer Hobbs, Robert Haywood, John Winston, Matt Richardson, Matt Snow, Jason Whitworth.
Would you let me go? I'll lose weight. Right. 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 Excellent. Excellent. Right.
Are there any more red ones?
Yeah, over here.
An extra large.
Okay, how about the maroon group?
Hey, Stover, did you find an extra large yet?
This is Ms. Evans, Rosemarie Allenstein, Irene Glazer, Dina Clark, Jennifer Idle, Angie Gill, Emily Hahn, Vanessa Mercer, Jennifer Pledger, Ann Rose, Julianne Walden, and Courtney Woodward.
Yeah, I got two. Okay.
We're going to have a big change in tradition here this year. I don't know how many years the yellow group has been known as the Yellow Fellows. But this year, the yellow group will be the Ox group. First one will be the girls.
Yalla, yalla.
Yalla, yalla.
The yellow fellows have a lot, the girls have a lot to look up to. I'm not sure the Right. Stephanie Allen, Ann Black, Lee Carlton, Joe Alston, Jennifer Holland, Lucy Coella, Taylor Kay, Scotty Rogers, Alana Threadgill, Tammy Wilson, Diana.
Yalla, fella.
Ready.
Right. Yalla, yalla.
Taylor?
How about the Carolina Blue? Of course, we'll go to Dr. Dan Kennedy.
Long tradition.
Andy Moore. Mark Kroll. John Farr. Mike Galder. Glenn Watson. Justin Lasky. John Meister. John Osbeck. Will Ross. Zoe Hine. And David Gandy.
All right, sing it.
And we have the dark gray group here. Mr. Nichols will be with you on the first half of the trip, and Mr. Draper will be with you on the second half of the trip. Andy Barber, Sam Buckmaster, Jimmy Daniel, Jason Good, Mitch Harwell, Greg Lewis, Frank Sheldon, Philip Johnson, and Frank Jones. All right. And then Mr. Hooper and Mr. Carrington will be in the light gray group. All the dark rays up here.
Dark ray. Dark ray. Anybody else dark ray?
And the light gray group, Eric Bergstrom, Chuck Chitty, David Bosworth, Andrew Frenny, Rob Axholder, Will Maddox, Lee London, Robert Reddick, James Sparks, and Chris Wilson.
Who's our fearless leader? Who's our fearless leader? Hey, who's our leader?
Cooper.
Yeah, yours for life.
Hot dog!
Imagine Hey, girls, can you tell me, Beth, can you tell me what you're about to do here?
Kill ourselves? We're about to go backpacking with Laura leading us, which is pretty scary. being led by people who have never used maps before.
No, but she said she used some sort of amusement park map though.
Yeah.
So that was pretty encouraging.
What's supposed to be there?
Oh, y'all have a female?
We're being filmed. Turn around.
Say hi, Case.
Hey.
Say something, Casey.
What?
Hi, Mark.
Say
What are you
something.
about to do here? Can you explain to us
I'm really mad 'cause, well, no, I won't say it on the film, but
why?
never mind. But we're about to set out. I'm not carrying the toilet paper. Although everyone in the group was like, I think Casey should have to carry the toilet paper since she'll use it.
I think she's excited because she's like the group that has that guy.
No, we didn't
It's
have
like
that.
Polly
We
Shore.
didn't have
Did
the
you get
super
Polly
hot
Shore?
guy.
You have Hawk.
I have Hawk.
Hawk.
The super hot guy. That's what I was going to say.
Ah.
We didn't
See, I know you too well.
I'm upset, but our guy's pretty cool.
Why, you're going out with Don?
What?
This is where we're going to be starting out at the Walhalla Fish Factory. And we're going to end up down here somewhere. Down here, camp out down in this area. And then come back. Somehow we've got to get up. There's a camping picnic ground right up in here. You see it over on this map. Yeah. I'll get to that map in a minute. This map down here we have what is called the north arrow, and this is pointing up north. And what happens is, if we turn the map this way, is that still pointing north?
Can you tell me,
We're being filmed.
tell us what you're
Here comes Cushman.
fixing to
Come
do
for
here?
the camera. You're on candid camera.
You got to tell us what are you about to do here?
We're fixing to beat up the person with the video.
Alice said that the last.
One fruit, one what? Sure, all you know is
Oh, got some nice butter going.
No, actually I don't. Good old raisins and peanuts. Good old raisins and peanuts. Yeah.
Does anyone know here where you're going?
No. Hey, we're going in the woods, aren't we?
Go in the woods. The war?
We're going out to,
I picked up a little trail mix for you.
Yeah, we're coming for you. Knocking at the door.
what is this, gorp?
My bag. Gorp.
All right.
I'm tired of the gorp.
Got a little gorp here.
Good old raisins and peanuts.
Good old raisins and peanuts.
John, would you
Got some emergency
explain what gorp is to people?
Yeah, I've got some candles.
It's,
we got some right here.
good old raisins
Oh,
right here,
it's got
and
that top
peanuts.
line.
Got a trusty orange for the trip.
That's all
Ready to go.
That's all you're gonna eat, huh?
What'd you break, left?
For 4 days.
For 4 days. That's all you're gonna eat.
It's all right here.
Unbelievable.
Got the essential vitamins and minerals. You can brush your teeth with the orange peels.
Commentary. He's not calling
Good stuff
he's
like
not calling
that.
the world's greatest color commentary man for nothing.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, you're welcome.
How was it?
Awesome.
Oh, jeez. Jeez, Chief. Sorry, didn't mean to offend you there. Franny, I think you have a tick, dude.
Really?
No. Just saying it for the camera.
Share my leg.
Frank.
Look at Rose staring into the camera. You were born
Share
for
my
it.
leg. What else? On my back.
Oh,
no, I better
there's
not
a-
say that because
Who's singing tonight?
That's right.
Yeah, what's going on tonight? Anybody know? Okay. These ducks are jerks, man. Hey, where are they? Where are the good? They're right there, man. Oh, where are the good ducks? Oh, those two right there. Those two. Film the good ducks. Yeah, the good ducks are the two black ones. Two geese. The two Canadian geese. Those three white ones. They have an attitude problem. I don't know what's going on. Anybody know?
You're beside me, Rose.
Hey, Ross, what color are you? Light blue.
Light blue.
Light blue? Wow. I don't know which one that is. I'll find you tonight, though.
What color are you? White. Oh.
Times I
Jump a mile for a camel. You do that in Edwards. Dave? Our camera-related thing.
Dude, I take it as a book. I'm afraid I'll OD if I take much more.
Okay, I'll give you one tomorrow morning and see if it does it.
No, not yet. How do you like this senior trip?
I hate it.
They found marijuana.
Urban.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, we did it.
We heard about it.
Yeah, Jerry, I heard about that.
In fact, we even know that several members of that group have brought some back.
Let's see if you can turn off camera.
We gave it to Laird and Laird blew it up.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why. That dude's like, come get me.
Hello, Jay, you got enough?
Yeah, this is for somebody who's coming. You need some chips. I wanted to save them. Yeah, I guess you want
Hey, Bobby.
That was probably the one group who fell off the waterfall. We had to throw it better this
I'm gonna get me a sound. No, we saw Charles make fun of him last night. And he was like,
Okay, and then
you heard the story about what's her name? What's her name?
What was the man name?
Who? She gave me right where it is.
I do some
Are you being serious? Like, she had a
I do some space. I do some space. I've been spacing it a lot.
She like it?
It would be a win.
Scratch my head. Exercise.
That's all you say now. I want to take a shower far. Don't be far, Hawkins.
Is there one thing where you like, yeah.
On our way up here, we got at the end of the little caravan on the way up here, our van with the canoes on the back. About halfway through Old Jotty Bridge, the clock and the radio turned off, and we were wondering what was going on. We ended up coasting and stopped on the other side of the old Jotty Bridge. The van didn't seem to start up. We had Dean came by and he stopped in the truck and backed up, and he couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. And so it ended up starting up after a while. And we all had our theories of what happened, but all of them were wrong. We went back. We ended up going to Mountain View Ford, and they were going to make us wait like about an hour or so, but ended up Daryl decided he was going to try to fix it for us. So he looked around and he was testing it with this little screwdriver to see what was up, and he found out that we had a piss poor connection, which is this right here. And they had no replacement, so what we did is we bypassed the piss poor connection by cutting the male and female ends and hooking them together with a connector. So this is now the piss poor connector award, and whoever does either the most courageous act or screws up the most in one day will get this at the end of each day, is what I understand. So that's the history.
I think the obvious winner of the Piss Poor Connection Award should go to a group that has established a first on the senior trip. They actually hiked into camp. This will go to Mr. Nichols' group. Can we have someone come receive the Piss Poor Connection Award? Thank you, Jim. Beware, you too may win the Piss Poor Connection Award. It will seem like as the week grows older and as we continue together, I will seem like the person who's always telling you the rules and regulations and sort of setting the guidelines and boundaries for things. So I just have to do some of that tonight. Now, I apologize, but this is, as I said yesterday, I think it was yesterday, it seems like a week ago. But as I said yesterday in the dining hall at school, when you've got 150 people living together, there are just certain things that we have to abide by, just so that we can maintain some peace and orderliness and still have fun. So I'm going to have to just run through some things that I want you to listen to, and please abide by these rules. One has to do with litter. I've already seen a couple of coffee cups, plastic coffee cups.
All the climbing staff's in the back. We have excellent. We got a. They're all back there. We have a new climbing site this year. They used it last year. We've got a few new things there for you this year too. It's an excellent site, and I think you'll like it. There's a lot of possibilities there. The climbing staff is Clay Gentry, who is a Baylor grad, 1988. Jack Noonan from Chattanooga. Tim Williams from Chattanooga. And Betsy Hipple from all over the place. She's up in the cabin. Excellent teachers and excellent climbers. So I think you can benefit from their experience, everybody's experience on the rock. Kitty will be up there tomorrow, and we're looking forward to having a good day up there. The weather's supposed to be nice, the rock's dry, so it'll be great. Tomorrow we want to leave as soon as possible. What you should do is wear sneakers and shorts. You should have rain gear just so it won't rain. And meet up at the upper cabin row at 8:30 or as soon after breakfast as possible. Okay, we'll try to leave by 8:45 at the latest. So that means you got to have all your stuff up there ready to go, preferably by 8:30. Okay, and we'll take off. It gives us longer time on the rock. It makes everything better. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Todd. Denny? Denny Kerrigan is a senior trip stalwart who has been running our Section 4 trips for a number of years. And it's great to have him back. He was not here last year because he was getting his paramedic certification. And I think you'll really get to like Denny. And Denny, you want to say something about it?
Thanks, Coach. Who can hold their breath really long in this group? Put your hand up if you can hold your breath really long. Hold them up high. I got to see who it's going to be. Who can hold them really long? Anybody heard of this tradition of rafting called swirlies? I know OJ and Kush and all the gang. It's not like the toilet swirlies, you know, but kind of new. We stay underwater as long as you can. We got a perfect water level for that this weekend. Put them up again one time. People can hold their breath really long. I got to see who are going to be the competitors. The Baylor record is like 42 seconds. I think, is that what it was? Well, we're talking, this is in whitewater, we're talking 42 seconds and in a life jacket. You got to be in a life jacket. But we got a lot of fun stuff planned for folks on Section 4. Who's been rafting before? Who's been rafting before? A lot of you guys. Who's been on Section 4 before? No, not too many folks. A few folks have. I know a lot of you guys probably been on Yokoi. We got a pretty rare water level that you get to run all the big rapids. At least if it stays at this water level. If it goes up or down, that'll change a little bit. But we have a really good water level out there this year. We had some droughts in the years past, but we got a lot of fun things planned. But as OJ was mentioning, the hardest thing about just getting things going is getting on schedule so we can have time to do fun stuff like these swirlies and swimming rapids for fun and maybe getting to run rapids a couple of times if people are up for that. And probably rafting on Section 4 has the tightest schedule because we have the tightest schedule by the Forest Service. We have to toe the line to. What that allows us for is the chance to have the river to ourselves. And this week is probably the biggest boating week of the summer for people out there private paddling, you know, in canoes and kayaks and rafts on their own. But if we're on the schedule, it'll probably mean we won't see anybody else out there, that we can have the river to ourselves. So what that's going to mean for you guys is being ready to roll right at 8 o'clock. The bus leaves at 8:05. Whether you're on it or not, okay, for the folks who are rafting. So what that's going to be is a couple of things. You got to plan ahead a little bit. And the reason, again, because we're on the schedule, the Forest Service says we got to be at the put in at a certain time. And if we can even be there a little bit earlier, then we got a little bit extra time to do some extra fun stuff they don't get to do on most of our trips. Okay, that is on most of our regular commercial rafting trips. So, so if you guys could help us out on that, that would be great. Okay, so that means 8 o'clock. What you need to do is have somebody in your group, if you're rafting tomorrow morning especially, you need to pack your lunch before breakfast. Because pretty much what people need to do is be ready to leave breakfast and walk out to the blue bus, which is right out here in the parking lot. And we'll be meeting out there about 10 to 8 or 5 to 8. We got all the gear for people except for the rafts, which we pick up on the way to the river. So you need to pretty much be in your river clothes ready to go. So if you have a team in the morning, I don't know who's rafting tomorrow, but if those guys want to meet and just plan on who wants to do breakfast or who wants to do lunch before breakfast, you pretty much need to get that packed up so you can just take it from breakfast and go, okay? So they'll set you up on how all that whole lunch system works. You need to do your lunch a little bit different than your other trips. You need to put it in a garbage bag, and then those go in the big blue, which they call dry bags, but they're not really dry bags. And if you want to have your lunch spoon-fed to you out of the bottom of the bag, you won't put it in garbage bags. I would rather have you put it in garbage bags, and it will be dry for you. So make sure that people are packing lunch, you know, the morning of your raft trip before breakfast to get it in a garbage bag. And we'll take care of lunch coolers. You don't have to worry about bringing water bottles or anything. We have some big coolers we'll bring along for you guys for that. So that's pretty much logistics for just the lunch stuff. You won't need to wear much other than shorts, pair of Tevas or shoes that will stay on your feet. You bring a t-shirt because the sun's going to blister you, so make sure you bring a t-shirt along. And if it's cool in the morning, probably tomorrow it'll be cool, you might want to bring a polypro along. You've got a pile top or polypro, you can bring that along. Don't bring a lot with you because there's no place in the raft to really put it. So if you start out with 8 layers of clothes on in the morning, you'll have to have all those 8 with you, either tied around your waist or whatever, because there really isn't much place to store that stuff. So please don't bring a lot of stuff with you. If you bring a light sweater or polypro, and then we give you the paddling jacket, it should be more than comfortable. For the first hour or two, you might be a little bit cool, and then you'll be glad you didn't have all that extra junk when it warms up to 80 degrees. So you don't need to bring much with you. You can bring a t-shirt or a dry sweater, something to bring along that you can leave on the bus or on the way home. Sometimes people like doing that, get out of a wet shirt and put on a dry t-shirt. That's okay, but don't bring like 3 or 4 ensembles like people did last year and years past. You know, oh, am I going to wear pink or blue on the way out? It doesn't matter. Just bring a shirt, you know, just a shirt to get out of it. You'll be fine, okay? Because we don't have a lot of room for that kind of stuff. So you can bring that along, and we'll put it in a garbage bag, and you'll be pretty much ready for the bus ride home in something that's dry, okay? So questions on that? I think that's pretty much all people need to do for bringing, for what you need to wear. Everything else we'll provide for you. People have been asking about the store. We're going to have a little bit of an NOC store open up here. And NOC is the Nanaimo Outdoor Center, for folks who don't know what that is. And we're this rafting company. And we do a lot of other things, too. One thing we're going to bring up is just a little store set up at the end of the day for folks who've been rafting. And we'll have some TVs and some pairs of T-shirts and or a different pair of baggage and things. And since you guys got all your money taken away from you, you don't have any money, but you can charge it, okay? Yeah. I'll reiterate this from Cush and OJ and Laird. Please, please, please don't bring up national debts for you or your folks when you get home. Okay, be reasonable on that stuff. We do have enough things, but if everybody comes in and buys everything out, you know, then there won't be anything for the folks at the end, and there will be enough stuff if folks are reasonable. So just be reasonable on that stuff. Come in and buy a pair of TVs if you want them, or a T-shirt or a pair of bags, but you know, again, try to avoid national debts owed to us by the end of the week. But the store will be set up every day, so we don't have to have all 170 of you here tomorrow. You know, after the activities are done, you'll be able to buy stuff each day when you come on the rafting part. So just plan on coming in and doing your power shopping, whatever, on the day of rafting, and we should have enough stuff for you. Okay? Let's see, what other stuff have we traditionally done? I think that's about it for logistics, for what people need to bring or to be aware of for the rafting part. But it's going to be a great week. I'm really psyched for a lot of fun. I'll just introduce a couple of guys. We don't have everybody here yet because a lot of our guys are guiding on other rivers and are on their way over here tonight. So you'll meet the whole gang when you come rafting. But we have an incredible diversity of folks who are guiding with us. And there's a couple of people tonight. I'll introduce them last. But Payson Kenny will be here. And you'll recognize Payson. He started our company, actually. Was one of the first guys to ever paddle Section 4. And was in the movie Deliverance, actually. Did a lot of the stunt work for Burt Reynolds in that movie. Anybody ever see that movie?
Yeah. Real like the big.
Yeah. Right. Unfortunately, though that river, that movie was filmed on this river, we're still trying to get the dignity back that movie lost a little bit to the Chattooga. But anyway, Payson did a lot of the work on that movie. He's real low key. You got to kind of crowbar stuff out of him because he's as unpretentious as a person that you're ever going to have, and he won't just kind of tell you lots of things about what he did. You kind of got to ask him a little bit. So if you're interested in the early history of canoeing and lots of stuff, he's the reason why the Nanaimo Outdoor Center is here, is because of his beliefs and kind of what he started as our family of our company. So he'll be guiding the first 3 days, and then the next 3 days after that, Mark Hunt will be there. He went to Baylor. Some of you guys might know Mark, and he's going to be guiding the next 3 days that Payson can't be here for. So those guys will be great fun. And let's see, who else is on it? Robert Dye, who probably the first year, I think it's actually the second year he's done Baylor. He hasn't worked for NOC in 5 or 6 years because he's been away doing school, but he'll be here guiding. And he's doing his thesis, his doctoral thesis over at Clemson for this summer. So he's going to be guiding with us. You meet Robert. He's going to be a lot of fun. And
it will keep from killing myself now.
Can somebody please tell me what y'all have been doing?
We've been digging drainage ditch.
Man, you understand, we dug this with our fingernails. Erosion. I mean, we got down and we grind it with our fingernails. And
Now, how did you do it?
With our fingernails, we dug out this entire thing.
This whole ditch here?
With our fingernails.
Fingernails.
Do we have audio with this thing?
Yes, you do.
Oh, well, we've been helping to prevent erosion. It's a noble task.
Oh, I see.
So we had to go down the lake and wash our hands off and get our dirt out.
We need some big rocks, y'all.
Big rocks. We also even had to eat the dirt, so we didn't have too much dirt piled up for us.
There's John Farr down there digging a ditch.
Lucy's trying to kill us here with these rocks. My gosh.
Have y'all been swimming yet?
Yeah.
How's the water?
Cold. Bit nippy.
Cold?
But it feels good, don't it?
Oh yeah. Playing in the current.
Did y'all go up to the shoals?
Yeah, we swam with all shoals.
Did you?
Yep.
How was it, Lucy? Tell me. What was it like?
I was kind of scared at first, but then, I thought, well, it's just a class 4 rapid, and I've done that before. So, hey, this is a senior trip. We're all trying new things.
I forgot to tell you, it's class 2.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Well, see,
Yeah, this is great, OJ. I recommend
but it felt like class 4.
Oh, yeah.
Talk is invigorating.
You know what I was thinking?
What?
I was thinking that Camp Chattooga or whatever.
Chattooga.
Chattooga needs a good ditch like this.
They need a good ditch, huh?
They need a good ditch.
And Andy's volunteering his services.
I'm volunteering my supervision, not service.
You like to supervise, huh?
Found his calling.
You need a few hoes to
Now
dig with.
that I've done this, I think Dave is my partner. He's awfully good at it.
Now that I've done this, yeah, I forgot. This is Baylor school.
This is great, Mom. Mom, this is great.
Tell us about it.
Every senior needs to experience this. Everyone.
We need to get
We've
some
done
more
this
rocks.
whole ditch.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a wheel.
Entire ditch.
You did this whole thing?
Yeah, it's like 2 feet.
Earlier,
Preparation.
It was
we had to dig with our hands earlier. They wouldn't give us these
spoons,
tools.
spoons,
Hands,
spoons
bare
too.
hands.
What about the shackles, Dave? You get a really tough
Tell
rock,
them,
you have
John.
to bite it
Tell
out.
them about the shackles.
It's really hard. You get used to it.
Tell me, how is it living in prison?
Pretty good, man. I never thought about getting this much work for a DUI.
Seriously, this
John's
is
hair
this is
hasn't
John's
messed up
training
yet.
Right here.
It
As
hasn't.
soon as we get out, it's excellent.
Has not messed up yet.
I think we need to just mess it up.
Job anywhere.
I think we need to mess it up for him.
Oh.
Well, tell me, Dan,
Well,
what's it like living in prison?
what I'd like to say is that I've been through 4 years of college and 5 years of graduate school, and I've finally realized my true ambition to dig a ditch. Yes, sir. But it's a good ditch.
It is a nice ditch, Dan.
Very nice ditch.
We could call you Ditch Dan.
Right. Son of a ditch.
Hi!
Hey,
Bug sounds are really annoying.
so what have you been doing?
Working on football.
Did you go swimming?
Yep. Yeah. We went down the current.
Actually, we
And
just
we
put our
swam
feet in the
across.
Is the water cold?
And I swam across and then we went down the current.
Oh, good. Is the water cold?
Yes, it feels good once you get in it. We're very thirsty.
very thirsty. Very thirsty out here. Very hot. So hard. Oh my god.
How much does that weigh?
About 500 pounds. Wait, John, we're done, John. John, we're done. Where are you going? John.
John, come back!
Right here. And do what with it?
Probably dump it.
Wait, why? We dumped it if we just dug it.
Well, what we want to do is build up this water bar now. You go ahead and dump it right here.
You're a muscle man.
So did you see how they did that one more first?
Yeah.
There's two Spread it out.
Baylor senior trip. And there we have Beth Atkinson. Lefty Schrader. All right, ladies, what do you think about the trip so far?
Wonderful. Great.
That was Tamara Pruitt right there. See Jennifer Nelson chomping down on a great Baylor lunch here beside the Chattooga River. What do you think, Jennifer?
Do what?
What do you think about lunch here?
Oh, it's great. Do what? Think. Okay, who wants the cheese and knife? Mr. Davis, how do you think?
So Laurel Creech, what do you think about things?
That's a Dickie sandwich.
All the honey's going down the middle.
Yeah.
Is your hair dry yet?
Oh, I better
Yeah. Yeah.
watch it off before you start getting up there and bugs start flying around.
Well, we'll take a little pan around here on the Chattooga River. Senior trip.
That guy out there. Oh, wait, you
Group of ladies led by that infamous whitewater expert, Sharon Lucas. Where are you, Miss Lucas? We know you're here somewhere.
Do a 180.
Oh, no, that doesn't quite look like Miss Lucas there, but
180.
A 180 would do.
One of our expert staff here teaching us how to do the
This is a peanut
whitewater.
butter and honey sandwich. And the honey slides through the center of the bagel all over your hand. So, you're supposed to do it like this. Then you see the holes don't line up and you don't lose the honey.
Let's zoom in on that hole right there. Let's look at that hole. All right.
A cameo. A cameo.
Whoa, we saw that. We'll suddenly pan around here, look at some more of the scenery as we go by. Very slowly checking the scenery. He was hiding. Well, tell us, Miss Lucas, what's it like to run the Baylor senior trip? There you have it. Expertly stated right there.
11.
And now,
Now we'll pan out on the ladies and look at the canoes.
We have the infamous guide, Mr. Ron Stewart.
This is probably the best group I have ever had on the water. I have never seen such expertise, such talent, such unbelievable ability as these ladies have exhibited today. There is not a rock untouched or not a rapid that has not been successfully run. They are tremendous.
Mrs. Stewart, your bagel is over here.
My bagel is here.
I beg your pardon.
It has arrived.
I am here.
It's
There, you got peanut butter too.
peanut butter. Is that peanut butter?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
That's a little too cute for words.
That's excellent to say.
She's
Not gonna get you in
that
trouble
down
there.
to a minimum.
Tough group.
We're about to run into real tough trouble on that.
have no idea.
Could I have the honey?
What do you?
Honey?
Nothing, honey.
Yeah, the honey.
Honey.
And the peanut
Yeah,
butter.
mystery meat.
Anybody want to split a granola bar with me?
I'll eat half of them.
Kitchatuga River. Larry Roberts bringing Mr. Key's group over. We're going to take a look at this rapid called Turnhole on section 2. We'll wait just a minute and we'll watch a couple of them come through. You can see some of the boats pulling in right now. Then over to the side, we'll take a look at the rapid. Mr. Roberts out of his boat, telling them where to go. And meanwhile, back at the lunch, see Jennifer Nelson, Beth Atkinson, Longclair Davis, Leslie Schrader. And out, lunch stop on the river, section 2. And there we have one of our students carried away by the headmaster. She manages to avoid his grasp.
All of this is brought to you by Coca-Cola.
Here we're going to send her in on the...
Right.
Laird, you may want to get this World Championship rock skipping contest right.
Contest.
Whoa, check it out. Gold.
Wait, my water's in one and
Famous, world famous rock skipping contest about to go down right
Look at this.
Have you been practicing for this now?
No, I have not.
This is your first practice then?
Yes.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
think the pressure's getting to her. I don't know if she can handle it.
One finger wrapped right around. Okay. Yeah, all right.
That's it. All right. No, you guys.
Well, let's see if we can avoid killing this canoe coming by right here.
I don't know if mine's going to go that far.
Oh, Tanner and Harwood coming up.
Okay, let me get back from behind here to get a shot.
All right. First throw, cumulative
He gets down low. He gets down low for the sports shot.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, it was
Hey.
low.
Okay,
I
now
can't
I
move
can't help
that
it if my
fast,
rocks
Mr.
don't
Stewart.
have wings on it, okay? It's just your rocks are big. Those
All right.
rocks are kind of big.
Go for it, Jennifer. Just get
They
down
might
low and
sink.
skip it.
Okay. Just kidding. Yes.
It's
Just
still going.
kidding.
22, 23, 24, 25,
So
26.
many, you just couldn't see
Look.
it.
Look.
It was going Mach 5.
Look.
See it? There's a little right
Look.
there.
108. Tell me a little bit about that last run.
That last one?
You're on film. Now tell me about this.
Beats a cake.
To what do you attribute this ability to get down those rapids?
David's ability.
David's ability. David, and you attribute your ability to Wheaties?
God-given gifts.
God-given gifts. Fine enough. Hi, Alexi.
Trip, 1992, we're looking here at Mr. Guru of Steam Trips. Mr. Larry Roberts, there he is, showing his best side. Now, tell us, Mr. Roberts, what do you think about the trip so far?
It's terrible. It's awful. It's a real pain in the fanny. Particularly Amanda Wolf. She throws things at people.
There you have one of the best trips Mr. Larry Roberts has ever been on. Is that right, as I understand?
That's right.
Now, Hal, tell me about this group you've got on the water today. Now, they look like some pretty...
We have the Jason Gadd mobile. It has the patented rock hunting device hidden in its bow.
We just have to throw into the water.
All right, there it is. There it is.
Go get her again, Lawson.
Check over to your left, right? Yes.
Oh, we're getting a little bit of action going on right here. Yes, we have. A little bit of issues going right here. We have into the water. There we have Kelly's in the water. Jennifer's strolling out. Ladies taken to the water right there. Oh! There's Charlotte Dotson. All right, we can say farewell to the beaches and we'll head to the big epic, Big Shoals. They're out there in the kayak.
Roll for us, Leslie.
Then Leslie out on section 2 of the Chattooga River, setting up for a roll. And she's up. What a roll. All right, Leslie. She's going to do another one for us. We'll take a good look here. She's over, stroking, and she's up. Good job, Leslie. 92, here we are, Big Shoal. Sharon Lucas's group. Fine group of young lady paddlers. Water's a bit low today, so it makes the rapid very technical. They had several flips on it. Let's see what the girls do with it. Laird Davis to come. He should be approaching any moment now. There he comes. There's the approach. Looking pretty good in the caper. Nice run. Nice run.
All right.
Great job. One of you use the yellow camera. Go ahead, use it. Get set up. You keep going.
So I have to just turn it on.
Yeah, I think so. And just click.
All right, good job.
Great job, guys. Terrific. Yeah, but go ahead. Go
Excuse
ahead.
me. I got a picture of you. You and yeah. Miss Pipeline smoked the same cigarette.
I smoke anything that I can find in Mr. Roberts' hand. Here we go. Boat number 3 coming through. How will they do?
Go, girls!
Oh, nice recovery. Nice recovery.
Kelly, you didn't do that. Kelly, you don't hold a battle. You got to do
Can we hear a little more about that? This is an in-depth interview.
What can I say? I tried.
And your bowman?
That was a good recovery though, because y'all were almost gone. And then Kelly was like, what am I going to do?
Well, you know, you're still there. I don't want to interrupt. You missed it.
No, I didn't.
Way to go.
Paddle, 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 paddle. Please. Okay, let's go for it, Leslie. All right.
Another crash.
Y'all got this best boat rescue technique down now.
They unleashed them for the next 40-foot route.
Man, they're like on rescue.
Eric, could I see that again?
What's this? What's this?
Oh, this is a good video.
Hey, wait, let's call it Dangerfield. You like it? You don't? Didn't think so. I was just like, hey, Mr. Davis! Hit me.
All right, way to go.
All right, Joe.
That was a rush. The whole camera's filled up with a canoe.
I'll tell you what, I think you've been getting the best shot at running the center slot.
The center slot.
The
one
center
in the middle?
slot, in the middle.
Can you do it on roller skates?
Just to the right of the side, okay?
You mean that one way over there?
I think
don't know
you
about
are
that,
ready.
Mr. Stewart.
Let's go.
I
I'll
don't know
take you
about
down.
that.
Let's
We'll
go.
look.
What y'all can do is take your back.
I'm going to try it. I don't know if our instructor will let us go. You got a canoe up there. You gonna go through it?
Videotape we're showing tonight at the BBC Awards, right?
That's stuff. Stuff, man. Taking it.
Hang in there. Hold on, guys. quick. Who needs cookies? Okay?
How'd it feel, Mr. Davis?
We'll wait. We do need to be going.
Come on, Pat.
How'd it feel, Mr. Davis?
Your boat, where is your boat?
That was good singing. That's right. Now, you guys remind me of something. You know, the Cajuns have a thing where when they like something and they're listening and it like all fits together, the music all comes together and they realize it, they go, aye, or whatever it is. Mountain people do just what you just did. Just, yow! I mean, or whatever. Ow! So, feel free. Feel free. Boy, was it coming together right then. I play the old-time mountain banjo, which is the earliest style of banjo that came to this country from Africa about 200 years ago. And I wanted to come to the mountains to learn it because pretty much just the old folks, guys like, well, Walt Davis could play that style a little bit. Grandpa Jones taught me some, but the guy that taught me the most was this old guy, Bard Ray, the fiddler here, taught me about clawhammer banjo. You make your hand like a claw, you hit with the edge of that fingernail and the edge of that thumb, and you get a little rhythm like this. And you add the melody in with your left hand. This is music for clog dancing, and can't hear it too well, but I'll tell you what, I'll put my mic down there and you will be able to hear it. Why don't you clap along on this old tune called The Boat? They say one of the oldest songs in the English language. It's in a weird banjo tune. Listen to this. This is the banjo's tune. They call it the sawmill tuning. Here's the tune. Don't build me log cabin on the mountain. And you can put them together and play tunes. My grandfather was a bones player, and he had a little poem that he passed down. He had been a cowboy early in his life. We grew up in Texas, and so he had this little poem that came down through the family about carnation milk. It goes like this. Carnation milk, the best in the land. Carnation milk comes in the can. No teats to pull, no hay to pitch. Just punch a hole in the son of a bitch. goes together. Well, two old ladies sitting in the sand, each one wishing the other was a man. Well, there went to college, and there went to school. When it comes boogie, I'm an educated fool. Well, I brought a bunch of instruments tonight, and I want to show you a bunch of weird things that I haven't brought down here before. So I'm going to cut the stories a little short, but I do want to tell you a cowboy poem. Because that's how I got interested in this music originally, was the old cowboy songs, growing up in Texas and hearing some of those and going to some of the old timers and collecting them from them. This is a poem not that old. It's written in 1946 by a cowboy named Wally McCrae called Reincarnation. What is reincarnation? A cowpoke asked his friend. His pal replied, it happens when your life has reached its end. They wash your neck and comb your hair and clean your fingernails and put you in a padded box away from life's travails. That box and you goes in a hole that's been dug in the ground, and reincarnation starts in when you're planted beneath the mound. Them clods melt down just like your box, and you who is inside, it's then you're just beginning on your transformation ride. In a while, grass will grow upon your rendered mound until one day on your molded grave a lonely flower is found. And say a horse should wander by and graze upon that flower that once was you but has become your vegetated bower. Now that posy that the horse done eat up with his other feed makes bone and fat and muscle essential to the steed. But parts are left that he can't use, and so this passes through, and there it lays upon the ground, this thing that once was you. And say I should wander by and see this on the ground, and I wonders and I ponders at this object that I found, and I think of reincarnation, of life and death and such, and I come away concluding, pal, you ain't changed that much. Railroad bill, buys a cigar with a $10 bill, and it's right. Got a 38 special on a 44 frame. How can I miss when I got dead aim? And it's right. Here we go. Railroad bill, right. Make that thing sense. Bill, so mean and so bad, stole all the chickens this poor farmer ever had, and it's right. Here we go now. Railroad bill, lights a cigar with a $10 bill, and it's right. I believe this is the best singing group we've ever had out here. Let's sing it one more time. Here we go, one more. Railroad bill, lights a cigar with a $10 bill, and it's right. I was born in the drizzle and rain, fighting in trouble on my middle name. I was raised in a cane, big cowboy, and I ain't no high-tone woman, baby. Walked the line of 16 tons, what did I get? Another 16 tons, what did I get? Another day over the deep river that St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go, oh my soul. little space between your hands. You clap on this side, you clap on that side. Go back and forth, and go right. Good. Okay, try this. I learned this one from Orienco. He said this was the very first musical thing he ever learned how to do. It goes like this. You put your arm out in front of you. You hit down on your forearm, up on your forearm, and then you clap your elbow with that hand sitting out there. Hit down, down. That's pretty bizarre up here. This is what people used to do for fun before they had television sets. Okay, try this one. This is the basic hand bone rhythm. You go. Okay. One last one. It goes like this. You hit with the instrument. Then you can go from big to little and get a sound like this. Or from little to big, it sounds like this. Now what I like to do is take these hand bone rhythms and weave them together into a hand bone solo. Let me try to do that for you right now. Altogether it sounds like this, listen. E, try that. E, oh yeah! This is a college-bound group, I can tell. Then you say, I, then you say, O, yeah. Okay, so altogether, listen to this. It goes, just listen, it goes, E, I, O. Try that. E, I, O. Try it again. Here we go. E, I, O. Yeah, that's great. You really got it. Now you have to add on the last little part to make it the O, E. That's the whole deal. Let me slow it down a little bit. Do it one more time, and then you try with it. Here it goes. E, I, O, E. All right, here we go. Hit it. E, I, O, E. We got to do it one more time, though, so you make sure you have it, because it repeats itself over and over. We'll do it twice in a row. So here we go. Hit it. E, I, O, E, E, I, O, E. That's even. So all together, it sounds like this. It goes E, I, O, E, I, O, E, We always have a request for this story, so I think this has sort of become a tradition here. And it wouldn't be all...
Falling. I'm coming down. Alright, let go. Slow down.
Go slow and easy.
This is the view from one of the climbs on the senior trip, which just about every senior will be doing. If I sound a little winded at the moment, it's probably because I am. Quite high, quite strenuous activity up here. We're waiting for a couple climbers to come up. We're rolling here. This is senior Robert Haywood, who's on the rocks. Is this your first time climbing?
Yes, it is.
How do you like this kind of altitude?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Pretty
How,
good.
how would you compare this activity to, say, other sports? Just strenuous?
Other sports?
Yeah.
Pretty hard on the fingers.
Yeah, that's what I would say. How do you think everybody else feels about this?
I think we're all having a great time.
Okay. Well, go on down. We appreciate you joining us. On the rock onto my left. Comer, Hobbs.
Yes.
Hey, how do you like climbing, Comer?
Climbing's alright. I don't like the height very much.
Can you take a minute to wave to the camera?
Sure, man.
Hey, Comer. That's Comer Hobbs, Senior. Is this your first time rock climbing, Comer?
Yes, sir.
All right. So how would you compare this to, say, tennis or cross country?
Not as good.
Not as good. Okay. And down below we have a couple of the belayers down there, keeping Comer nice and safe. There's Todd Wells down there, keeping me all safe and sound. Thank you, Todd. John Winston down there, one of our super climbers on the trip. And back over here to Comer. Comer's looking good. We'll pan away from him. Here we have someone rappelling down after one of the long, strenuous climbs. That would be Jimmy Daniels over there. And that's a nice wave from Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy. This is one of our friendly belayers up there waving to us. That's Jack up there. We got something funky on the screen. I'm not sure what that is. There we come back into him. Yep, he's one of the guys that's keeping all of us safe. Right now, I'm not sure you can tell, I'm leaning back, completely trusting the rope, as we all do up here on the rocks. Climbing. Hey, that's Sam. Over there working hard. No, he's not being very nice to us. I don't know if that'll stay in the film. They might edit that out for the parents. But the rock can do strange things to people. As you can see, he's on a pretty vertical face here. And pretty much everybody can get to a couple of the climbs. He's on one of the more difficult ones, so we'll see how he does. You can see what he's going to have to go up. And he's heading all the way up there. So you can see that's quite a climb that he's got ahead of him. Who is that starting the climb down there? That's we've got Ricky Bowers down there starting the climb. He's got a long road ahead of him, but we all have faith in him. Hey Ricky, can you give a wave to the camera? Yep, there's a wave from Ricky. Thanks, Rick. We can't really see Brent down there. He's back in the tree somewhere. He'll be coming out at some point. We'll hang out and wait for him. Yeah, we're live here with Jonathan Guthrie. If I can, there's Jonathan. So how do you like rock climbing, Jonathan?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. First time climbing?
Yep.
What do you like about it? You like the altitude?
The altitude.
The altitude. Let's get a view of this altitude. This is what we're looking at, folks.
Danger.
The danger. Yes, we are up here. Quite a view. And now, do you want to demonstrate the art of rappelling down now?
Oh yeah, I'll be glad to.
Okay. Thank you, Jonathan. This is how, once you've climbed, you get down. You just lean back, trust your belayer, and walk on down. Pretty simple. Pretty easy, folks. Sorry if my camera angle's a little out of whack, but sort of hard up here. Okay. Brent Davis can't quite wave to us yet. He's working on some difficult maneuvers. Looks like he's looking for a good handhold over there. We're not a lot of the climbing we're doing here, you have to do what's called friction climbing or scraping. Not a great, oh, there's a little slide, but you see how well he's caught by the ropes. Oh, that was Sam Buckmaster, I'm sorry. There's Brent. Brent's hiding right there behind the rock, bobbing in and out. I think he's disappeared from Master. Climbing next to each other. Brent Davis is a little bit ahead and on the right. Sam Buckmaster's in the bottom left-hand corner. You can see them climbing. You can see another rope in the foreground. Brent, can you stop and wave to the camera now? How do you like climbing, Brent? First time? Try to get a close-up of Brent. Get a good... Hey, Brent, give us a good rock climbing face. That's a typical rock climbing comment, I guess.
The eye in the sky.
You can pan up and we'll see exactly what both of them will be going to. Yeah, all the way up there. And I think I'm getting a little winded up here, so I'm going to be lowering myself down now. Might catch a little footage as I'm going down, though. We're cutting out. You can see as we're rappelling down here at a reasonable clip as they're finishing their climbs. You can see where we just were, up at that bolt. And it's that climb up there. That's the view. And here's the folks down below us. Here's a ground crew over here. Doing a little work. Notice the students are belaying each other, so they learn technique as well.
Want some gore?
Okay, this is a view from the ground. Now you can see what exactly we were climbing. As we zoom up a little bit, see exactly what kind of height these seniors are achieving. Look at that, pretty amazing. Here we go, someone's on the ropes up here. There they are, through the trees. As we come down, here's people that are belaying. Notice two of them there. Got a one belay and a backup belay, just in case something happens to the first person. You have double safety. And here's the crew. You can see we have approximately 5 or 6 actual ropes set up, or routes, for everybody to climb. You can see people waiting to climb, some climbing, some belaying, with one instructor on each rope just to make sure that everything's going okay. That's Todd Wells, head instructor, with his back to us, about to send Matt Snow up.
The famous Matt Snow.
The famous Matt Snow, son of the infamous Ed Snow. There's Matt. You can see what he's having to do here is real friction climbing here. He doesn't have a lot of loops to work with, so you just got to sort of scurry up, which can sometimes be the most difficult, especially if you don't have climbing shoes, and most of us here are climbing in tennis shoes. You can tell right there he's trying to get some friction, get a little grip. Getting some instructions from Mr. Wells here. With John Winston, his belayer. There he goes.
Boy.
He's got a little bit he's trying to...
Schizophrenic psycho might
getting a little more. Here's Mr. Wells, Todd Wells, giving instruction. He's showing exactly how to reach up, grab something, pull up a little with some friction. There he goes. Oh, you see that? I moved right there. That got him up. And once he started, he's got some pretty good holds now. He's got a pretty good route now. He's all set. See that? You can see the difference between that, where he's got clean footing, and then down here where it's pretty much just slick rock. In rock climbing, you can also often receive little cuts and scrapes. We're often referred to as battle wounds. Actually, I got a couple on the way up. Here we go. Here's a little. There's a nice battle wound for you. Sam's really getting up there. Buck's in sort of a precarious situation here. He's sort of frozen.
Still on that route, dude.
But he's done a great job so far. Whether he comes up or goes down, he's succeeded in all of our eyes. There he is. He's trying to stand up. There he goes. There he goes. Standing up. That's what he needs to do. That's it. You can something here in the background. Instructions being given to him. Encouragement. That's a big part of the senior Tofan climbing. Is the encouragement that some climbers get from the people down below. It often can make the difference between a successful climb and an unsuccessful climb. He's almost there. All he wants to do is get to that crack, and if he gets there, he's all set.
What's the, I know the difference, but I mean, why would you need a lock on it? When you're
There he is.
No, don't do that. Hold on. You have a lot of gear. Don't move.
I'll get Mr. Nichols to talking to the camera, son.
Who wants to talk? You want to talk?
So you ought to get Mr. Nichols talking to the camera.
Oh, yeah.
Like behind it.
Okay.
See if some teachers think it's Mr. Cushman.
Yeah, we're going to get some WCLAY here. Let's get him over here, do a little interview and stuff. We can call him over. Buckmaster celebrating a successful climb. We want Sam to let go with both arms, though, and hang out completely with no hands. Will he do it? Let's go see it, Sam. No hands. Let go. No hands.
Go, Buck. Let go.
Good. There you go.
Oh, well, he's one-handing it. One-handing it. And there's Matt Snow right in the foreground. There, that's what we were looking for, that kind of exciting action.
Look, Mama. No hands.
Look, Mom, no brains. Good job, Buck.
John wants about to climb, but he seems to think these climbs are pretty easy, so he's going to go for a little bit more of a challenge. You can see he's actually going to blindfold himself before he does this route. Let's see it, John. Put that blindfold on. Here it goes. Okay. He likes to be doing this climb without any help from his eyes. So he's going to really have to feel and work this climb mentally. He's a lot of feet and hands, but he's not going to be able to look around, stretch, things like that. It's got to be a very controlled climb. And with nothing, you can see he's having to grope around and feel, getting a little guidance from Todd Wells to help him out. Looks like he's scooting over. Feels like he might have something. There's a start. Nice start. He's feeling around for something. Looking for any kind of hold, grip, something to play. It's what's called a mantle. Just that little push right there. You cup your hand upside down.
How do you do that? Hey, Marsh, go one-handed off that.
Probably.
As you can see, he's got some holds here. You can't see him is the problem. Because he's got, as you can see, he's got plenty of places to go around him. He just has to find it and take his time. figure out what can be a foothold, what can be a handhold.
Okay.
There he goes, moving up a little bit. He's found something there for his foot.
Huge foot on the right.
Getting a little help from, so now he's really going to have to trust and might just have to swing out and move that foot and guess for something. Finding that hole. There's one. Found the big hole. He can really push up on that. As you can see, he just levers himself right on up. So he's going to have to do the rest of this climb blindfolded. He's got to end up all the way up there. You can see what we're bolted in with up there to the rock.
Good, Mark.
There he is. We have two climbers there. The far climber is Angie Gill, working one of the more difficult climbs. Strange thing is that women are often better climbers because they don't have as much strength. Therefore, they really have to use their heads, and they have to use their legs a lot more than their arms. They don't try to just force their climb or brute it. And they often are therefore much better climbers. So you're seeing... Yeah, I got Angie on up there. So you can see how quickly she's working. Just really using the legs, not trying to pull up with her arms at all, really getting good footholds and just working right on up. In fact, yesterday's climbers was 2 all-girl groups, and they just were supposedly flying up these routes. We'll see her coming out of the trees here in just a second. There she is, coming out of the trees. Look how quickly. Hey, Angie, you want to wave at the camera? You're on screen. This is not candid camera. Once you can get a good haul, we'll probably get a good wave and a smile from Angie.
Bumps you can use there.
How about whereabouts?
Pretty much right where you are. You're maybe
there she is.
Just a little bit to your left.
Working on up there. She's sort of changing directions now, trying to get a new look at the route. Getting up there, look at that. Really working those legs.
That's a good left foothold, just straight left of your left foot now. Yeah, right in there. Over to your right some more. Right there.
Coming down a little.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to tell you.
But you can see she's really being patient, looking for the right hold, not forcing it, not trying to stretch too much and just pull herself up with one arm, which often will just tire you out and you end up getting stuck on the climb.
You're about to be real happy.
This is Comer Hop standing in for the Sandy Draper. Our own Mosh Winston is about to complete his blindfolded climb. Some estimated 75 to 80 feet from the summit. He feels around. This could definitely win the PPC for the evening.
He got fired up about that water bottle.
Fade away for a minute. Look at our own Sandy Draper.
Well, that's okay. Just keep it there.
Go back to Winston's about to get there. Here's a great shot of Frank Shieldy and Mitch Harwell.
Let's go, Shieldy. You do up, Frank.
There's Shieldy there, our German friend. Mosh feels he's got to be getting tired. No fatigue is visible in his body up to this point.
What? Traverse to your right. There.
Instructor Todd Wells encourages.
There you go.
Scott, what if Mosh fell off the side of that mountain and hit you on the head?
Mosh, you got to give me a wave when you're finished. Look down here. 2 more feet. What a feat this is. This has piss poor connection written all over it.
All right, Sandy. John, you got about 4 more feet. You ready? Yeah, I got you. Oh, gotcha. You coming down?
Comes Sandy Draper, who I'm standing in for. We'll send back Mr. Winston.
Woo!
Nice job.
Well, whew. I was overlooking that.
Pause until he gets his final grab.
Hey, Mosh!
You can see the blindfold is still upon. Great view, huh? How you coming down, do you know?
Where I fit now is one shoulder.
Yeah.
From just having to do everything. You do have to look at your feet a lot more, and it helps. I mean, I felt
Definitely worn
I
out.
was looking, using my feet a lot more than I was. And I was when you remember that time you
See
said
Shield,
stand
he's
up,
still
put your nose over and stand up?
fighting it
I
off.
thought there's no way. And I just went.
As Harwell comes through the trees,
That's a good little phrase to remember.
descending his
Put your
climb.
nose over your toe.
Mirror that left foot in.
Nose over your toe.
Good job.
Nose over your
Yeah. Come on.
There's a good belay shot of Tiongson primary, Snow secondary, with
Without that little...
Rides
Hey,
eyeing
John,
with his long
go ahead
arms.
and take your blindfold off, man.
March comes down, and the day comes to an end here at the rock climbing with the Red Rebels.
Not yet. Okay. That's Clay Nichols. He's in his last year of his senior trip, and he's
Is that not it?
notice he's braving it with the knee brace here, looking for something. Once he gets a good perch, he's going to give us a good wave and a smile.
I thought you said slack? Slack, a little bit. How's that?
Okay, Nichols, you're on candid camera.
Obviously not candid, Greg.
Tell him to look over here. Hey, Nichols, look over the camera.
Hey, Sandy.
There he is. All right.
I'm about to climb a rock here. This is the only thing I've found yet that's older than cookies.
That's the voice of WCLAY on the rock. We might have a full report tonight. He's looking for a little friction here, trying to scramble on up.
Stand up all the way on the right foot.
Move a little to your left there, Comer.
He's trying to, there he's got a little mantle hold maybe. We'll see how he's doing here. The rope keeps focusing in on that. We'll try to stay away from that.
Yeah, on this one? There we go. Yeah.
That's it, Clay. Stay up there.
You gotta look for places, you can't put it anywhere.
Yeah, it has to be the blind combo.
You gotta be more precise.
Put your fingers down.
And up who we have up on the rock here? Whoever's up on the rock, can you wave down to the camera?
That's Comer.
Hey, Comer, can you wave again? That's Comer Hobbs again up on the rock.
Can't keep that boy off the rock.
And that's Matt Snow hiding in the trees. And there's Nichols over there. So, yep, he's got it. No, not quite. We'll see. Yes, pull up there, Clay. Get a hold. Yes, sir, he found that. He's up there. He's all over it now. Oh, yes, sir, there he goes. Doing some pushing, yep. Just squirming on the rock. Good job, Nichols. Jason Whitworth up there on the rock. Jason, you want to come prove you're blindfolded by looking down at the camera? You can see he has a blindfold on, says he can't see anything, folks.
You didn't know where to look for.
Seven Foot Falls, 19
1992 senior trip. All the play-by-play action today is brought to you by Lewis and Clark. Yes, sir. For the very best in video filming, don't hesitate to call Lewis and Clark Outdoor Outrageous Filming Expeditions. Well, here we are. We're ready for the big show at 7 Foot Falls, and we expect some exciting action today. The river's at a great level, about 1-4. Early morning clouds and fog have burned off. Yes, sir, folks. We have all the conditions ready for a great, great show. And in just a minute, we'll be bringing you all the action, but first we'll break for a commercial interruption. Looked like a solid run right there. Great run, great run. All right, woo! All right, we had a great run right there, folks, for the first show. It's entering into the big tongue, and it's down the slope. There they go. They're heading off to the far wall, the big right draw, and they are through the wall. Good run, good run. What do you say, guys? All right. There's Dr. John McBride and his able following. In the corner, into the big slide, down the slot, headed to the wall, the big draw, and they are through. Perfect run. All right, what do you say, guys? All right, what a run, what a run. Next boat rounding the corner into the staging eddy. They're approaching the lip of the drop. They're going down the hole. They're headed to big draw. One boat's down. All right, guys, what do you say? In for a little bit different angle. They're behind the rock. They're rounding the corner. Here they go. Looks like they're set to approach the big slide. They're down the trough. They're into the wall. What a run. Mark Hunt, former Baylor graduate, guiding that crew. Great ride, guys. And dive into the river. Yes, he is. And we break for... See the next boat. They're ready. There's the high sign. They're into the spin. Marks are beating. Bump, bump. Bump, bump. The action is intense. Marks are beating. There they go into the first drop. They're rounding the corner. Here they come around the rock. There's the shot. They're into the big slide. They're going down the drop. And they're into the wall. What a run, what a run. Up, they careen off the wall. We've got a boat on the wall. And they're off, they're off. Great run. Exciting for a while. The action today from 5 Foot Falls. What a day, what a day. What a day. Perfect day. There you have it from Baylor headmaster Laird Davis. What a phenomenal showing we've had. Well, that's all, folks. We'll see you later at a different point. A Floriators group, and we have a major challenge by the service project. We'll pan out right here. We'll try to go around. Yes, yes, you can see the action's rather intense here. You're there, you're there. All right, it looks like a successful transport. There you go. Joey Birch on that. Leslie Schrader at the Hef and Julian Walden.
Courtney does a great job.
Panning around right here on the parking lot with the service project. We get back to the rest of the group. We'll zoom in right here. We see the rest of them with this formidable challenge. Tamara hoisting right there. And here she comes. Like Jennifer's on the perch. Leslie is getting into support position. We'll come in right here on this exciting transport. See Charlotte Dawson in the back giving support. Oh, we're looking great right here. So tell me, Jennifer, what's it like up there, babe?
You can make it large.
Oh.
You can do it.
Oh, we have good action right here. Here we are at the Baylor Sports Arena. Tell me, Tamara, what's it like? How's it feel?
Oh, it feels great.
Tell me, Jennifer, what's it like up there?
Oh, I'm enjoying the ride very much.
Oh,
Thank
she's
you.
having a great time right
You're
there.
on, Jennifer.
Leslie's back is to us,
You
but
can hug
Leslie,
my
can you
feet
say a few
back.
words here?
Hi.
Oh, there you have. Intense action. Julian's checking things out very closely.
Tamara, you're doing awesome, man.
Tamara, you were made to do this.
You are awesome.
Joel is right
Look
there
at her
for
go.
support.
You're up fast.
We're following this action closely.
Why are
Right.
you laughing, Stephanie?
The goal is ahead, right there. You got it.
Oh, getting Joel's back in there. We'll pan around on
You got
Tamara
it.
coming in.
You got it. Huh?
Oh, it's getting intense. Oh, close call, but the rescue is made. They're back together now.
Wait, wrap your, come up. Okay.
Somebody wrap my feet.
Okay.
Mhm.
Are you okay, Tamara?
Yeah, come up a
They're
little bit.
figuring it out.
Okay.
Another challenge going.
Jennifer, come in close, real close. Yeah. Come in real close. Hold on.
Gotta really be careful.
Yes, sir, folks. Rarely have I seen
Put your
such
arm up
intense
there.
action as going on right in
Okay,
front
good.
of us.
Okay.
Great teamwork. Good teamwork. Moving slow. We'll get a little action of the feet here. Licking little feet action. Little crab walk going on.
I'm okay. Okay.
Notice that delicate step. We'll zoom in right there on the foot.
She can't,
You
Jennifer.
can see the intense concentration needed to make this happen.
Almost there, almost there.
Almost there.
Almost there.
Almost there, girls. Almost there. It looks
Other way,
comfortable.
readjust.
All right, gang, you're looking good.
Okay, can you move if I do this, Tamara?
Wait, you're going to have to come up your right.
Here, Tamara.
Figuring out the final move. They're at the crux.
Oh, I knew when Tamara
They're at the
really
crux.
concentrated to walk now.
Okay, I'll move in my legs. If you can go, I'll hold it right here. My legs.
And they're into the final slide, and they make it. All right. All right, way to go. Way to go, gang. Laurel Creek's right there, taking in all the action. What do you say, Laurel? Dina Clark right next to her. What do you say, Dina? There you have it from Dina, right here on the senior trip.
Hey, Dina.
All right, well, we'll leave you with this parting shot right there. What great action.
Good job.
Here from the Service Project. Woodall Shoals, 1992 senior trip. And there we have Joy Birch showing it off.
We can't do that.
Tell me, Courtney, what was it like?
Great.
It's a new dance.
It was so incredibly uncomfortable. It was so wonderful.
You can hear it there, right from Courtney Woodward, right there.
Going for shorts. Now. There we go.
Oh, intense action. There we have new fashion scene. We'll zip in on this right there. Look at those calves, that action. Vogue magazine, eat your heart out. There we have it.
On the before ad.
All right. Well, we'll leave this parting shot and we'll head to other legs. Let's see some other legs. Yeah, there's some other